And now, your weather authority. Sponsored by Red Pest Solutions, celebrating 70 years.
Well, good morning, South Mississippi. A beautiful shot outside here from the Silver Slipper in Hancock County. As we take a look outside, blue skies, sunshine. Looks like the tide's about halfway out, maybe a little less than halfway, or a little more than halfway. Either way, it's looking pretty nice and rapidly warming up. Already back to 50 degrees in at least Biloxi, and rapidly warming through the 50s. Through most of the 60s. I'm going to see some 70s out there today as we pick up back where we finished off last year and started this one in more spring-like territory after the last few weeks have been borderline Arctic in the area. So warming is definitely going on. It was single digits earlier this morning. Now we're looking at a minimum of 12 degrees warmer than yesterday, upwards of almost 20, 17 there in Bay St. Louis and Socia, 16s elsewhere across the coast, and adding almost 20 degrees still just now on the coastline has us back to the 50s. That tells you how cold we were this morning and were yesterday. Low 40s, our coldest that we're at right now. Now we do have a little bit of a breeze, about a 10-mile-per-hour one coming out of the west-southwest, expecting that to become more westerly as we head throughout the day and then become more northerly as we head through the night and into Saturday morning as a front passes through. So not much of a wind chill. I know we did have at least some cold times earlier this week when I spent most of the day inside and wrapped up in blankets. But now things starting to warm up and looking pretty good as well. Nothing but sunshine out there, as you can see. So our clear, cold morning is slowly giving way to a sunny, warmer afternoon, getting up into the upper 60s. Again, getting towards that spring-like territory. Not going to be all that humid, but certainly a lot warmer than we have been seeing. Remember, just a week ago, we were looking at air temperatures in the 30s, wind chills in the low 20s at the absolute warmest. So dramatically different weekend coming up here than what we had last weekend. Clear and warmer as we head through the night as well, with light winds now with a slight northerly component, which will become more noticeable as we head through the night, and that does help us warm up. Still chilly though in the low 40s, but that's an increase on this morning. After that, we'll take a step back thanks to this front right here, which will swing through rather quickly with almost no fanfare other than the wind shift. So we'll see this trough swing through. That's what brought us a little bit of upper level on ice crystal cirrus clouds that gave the very bright moon a nice little halo around it. Now that that's gone, we're seeing nothing but sunshine. Cold front moves through just before midnight. We'll get just a pop of cloud cover here, and then it's all gone, and we end up with a perfectly sunny weekend. Through Saturday, we're still looking at northerly winds, a good bit of Sunday as well, and then we start seeing those southerly ones pop up. Red streamlines starting to stretch out, especially as we see a front move into frame there, and that's slowly going to keep things on the warm side as we head through pretty much all of next week before we see a cool down coming, and even before we see rain. It's still going to take several days after that. So as we take a look at the AFS Groundwork 7-day forecast here in a moment, I hope, there we go, moving. That melting icicle is certainly appropriate with this week coming up. We'll have very few hours anywhere near frosty weather. In fact, I would say Sunday morning will be our best chance at that in the 30s. That's the coldest it gets all week long as we slowly work our way towards 70, with mornings climbing into the mid 50s. And we see clouds gathering, low 70s, and rain chances starting to pick up.